If you're trying to glow up by building a better life, not just a better image, then this page is for you. I talk about glowing up in real life, not just aesthetically, not just a 10-step skincare routine. It's about building a life you want through systems and habits and realistic ways to make money, even when life gets messy. The traditional path just never felt right to me. And if you're rebuilding too or can resonate with that, then definitely stick around and listen. Hi, I'm Erin. I'm almost 39. I have two kids, and I've been married to my husband for almost 10 years now. Before we were even engaged, my sister passed away unexpectedly just 10 months before our engagement. So we went into marriage carrying a lot already. I think a lot of us expect the really hard things to happen later in life, not when you're newly engaged and in your 20s still and expecting your first child, not when you're still building the foundation and living in bliss. So, life didn't wait for us or really plan it out like that for us. Life wanted to show us these messy parts early. In my early 30s, things stacked quickly. I got fired the day I found out I was pregnant with my second child, and 10 days before we were closing on our first house that we ever owned on our own. And later, just about a year after my son was born, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which unleashed a whole slew of chronic illnesses. And I was sick for years, still dealing with those same chronic illnesses. But all at the same time, I lost my income, my stability, I had no safety net, and it was a mess. And there was no space for motivation. It was just, okay, it is time to get to work. I had to figure out how to build a life that actually worked and was practical with exactly what we were going through at that time. After I got fired, I knew I wanted to be home with my kids anyway. I still needed to make money though. My husband was new in his career still. Like, we were not a single income family at that point. So I started taking risks, a very calculated one. I started reselling clothing online. I was always really good at thrifting, was very interested in it. So I was like, okay, I'm turning this passion into an income. And I treated it like a real business. I used my background in sales and pricing and positioning and understanding buyers. And over time, that turned into a six-figure reselling business. This was a huge turning point for me, not because of the money, but because it showed me that I could bring income in differently. Like I always wanted to do. The traditional setting 9 to 5 was just not for me. I always knew that. I always fought against it. And before all of this, I worked in sales, and instead of starting over completely, I built on that. Sales taught me how people think, how decisions get made, and what actually moves money. As my reselling business grew, I got more curious about marketing because marketing is just really scales sales at scale. So over the last 5 years, I took on roles like contract work and projects that were in marketing so I could specifically learn these skills. I wasn't chasing titles, I was looking to build skills. So this combination plus marketing and the flexibility, it got me really interested and really helped my career move forward and expand my reselling business and really just cultivate this entrepreneurial mindset and just see that, oh, okay, I do know how to make money differently. So here's something that people aren't always honest about. My husband does have a stable W-2 job. So that stability definitely helps. And because of that, I can take these smart risks. I have experimented because of that, and I can build systems that support my health while making money instead of fighting against my health because my chronic illnesses are still here and a lot and high maintenance still. I still take work, but I don't rely on one perfect plan. I rely on systems that work together. So when I talk about glowing up, I'm not talking about looks only, although I love a beauty routine, health routine, that's all very important. But I'm more so talking about building income that fits your life, creating habits that compound over time, and really designing systems that support your health and being honest about what actually works for you. Because none of this is going to happen overnight. It happens slowly and quietly and intentionally. And that is the glow up. If you're rebuilding too, or you feel like the traditional path never really fit, you're not behind and you're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. I used to think there was always something wrong with me because I never felt like I fit in that box. I really didn't even want to go to college, and I wish I didn't now that I think about it. Like, I just never really fit in those traditional boxes. But anyway, you're building something different, and that's okay. You're creating life on purpose through systems and habits and realistic choices. So, subscribe if you resonate, and let's do this together. And I'm going to continue sharing everything that I learned and continue to learn along my journey of rebuilding at almost 39 as an elder millennial. See you next time.